Good morning, Destiny players. Have you been curious about the Recluse? Well, now you are. Congratulations. In this video, we cover everything you need to know about the return of the Recluse with Into the Light. My own opinions, of course. I am Bladeburger, your local Draydon is a bitch-ass motherfucker kind of guy. Like and subscribe. Recluse time, let's get into it. To start, the Recluse is earned through the new Into the Light activity, Onslaught. It has a chance to drop with every 10 waves, with completion of each weekly challenge, through Shex, through Sax's chest, and Arcite bounties, and his intro quest for a curated Recluse. A lot of ways to get a Recluse. It is incredibly easy to farm. Leagues easier than most weapon farming locations in the game, especially easier than raids, oh my goodness. No expansion is required, and Onslaught with Recluse Attune can net you around 4 to 5 drops average when finishing 50 waves. Even more when they do the patch this week. This video will cover the curated role, a god role for PvE, and a role that I got for PvP that isn't perfect, but I played PvP for about an hour using it, and roles with the other good PvP perk option. The curated role given by Arcite is the original, with Feeding Frenzy and Master at Arms. Feeding Frenzy gives reload speed with each kill, stacking up to 5 times. Master at Arms gives 15% damage buff to Recluse when you get a kill with any weapon. Last 5 seconds. When it comes to these curated roles, they've been hit or miss. Mountaintop and Succession's curated roles are god-awful, but the Recluse one is a genuinely excellent role for the whole game. While perks on Recluse like Desperate Measures can stack higher, Master at Arms is still a great option. Equal to Frenzy and having a really low activation requirement makes it better to me. Honestly, I really dislike Frenzy, I don't get the hype around it. Regardless, Bungie made the curated role be the only role you can need. There are more specific roles for the game, like perks for PvP and perks for subclass synergy. In the left column, we have Dynamic Sway Reduction, Hipfire Grip, Repulsor Brace, Threat Detector, Subsistence, Enlightened Action, and Feeding Frenzy. For PvE, a lot of goodies here. Avoid Dynamic Sway for PvE as it's more of a PvP perk, and just avoid Hipfire Grip at all times. I don't know why they still insist on putting Hipfire Grip on weapons. The rest are all solid options for both PvE and PvP, with Feeding Frenzy and Subsistence being the two best for neutral game. Repulsor Brace for subclass synergies though, and best pair with Destabilizing Rounds, which is in the right column. Speaking of the right column, it has Desperate Measures, Tap the Trigger, Surrounded, Destabilizing Rounds, Frenzy, Target Lock, and Master at Arms. Let me tell you real quick. Just avoid Target Lock. Its recent nerf killed it outright, especially in PvP. In PvE, it's okay. In PvE, the classic Repulsor Destabilizing combo is here, and it does work really well. Gameplay in the background currently is of that role. You also have damage perks like Surrounded, which is a pretty decent option, but inconsistent. Desperate Measures seems good, but I'd rather have Golden Tricorn, which unfortunately is not present on this weapon. Tap the Trigger is absolutely a PvP perk, and an incredible option for PvP. If you can land Dynamic Sway, tap the trigger, there's your PvP role. This weapon in PvE is a total beast. It has much better perks than Funnel Web, better stats overall than Funnel Web, and has the class synergy. If you think Funnel Web is still better, I'd ask you to reconsider. Give up thy old ways and embrace the Recluse. The best role I've found for PvE has got to be the classic Repulsor Brace and Destabilizing Rounds combination. Free overshields just by getting kills. The other weapons that roll these together aren't as potent as most of them are energy weapons, or not overall great like Briar's Love, or just very hard to get like the title. It makes the Recluse stand out as one of the top Void Legendary weapons just by that perk combination alone. It's like Horror Story being one of the few amount of weapons that can roll Demolitionist and Headstone, incredibly rare on good statted weapons, and Recluse has the beef to crush the PvE competition. I very highly recommend the Recluse for PvE. For PvP, I'm not actually going to showcase the footage that I recorded for this video, as when recording this video I recorded one match of each. One match with the curated Onslaught, one match with the Repulsor Destabilizing Onslaught, and then one PvP match. And unfortunately that PvP match was just embarrassingly bad for me. Typically I playtest videos for roughly 2 hours and spend about 45 minutes in PvP, playing matches before I recorded stuff. And it just so happens that the recording I got was very bad. I can confidently say though that Recluse is pretty mediocre in PvP, especially in comparison to other SMGs. The other SMGs do it better, like Shayura's and Immortal even, and Multimach. I see a lot of talk about how Recluse's zoom makes it awful, but not really understanding that talk of zoom since it got decoupled from range. Its perks for PvP are actually really good, with Dynamic Sway and Tap the Trigger combo being present. The main problem with the Recluse is that it's just outmatched by most other SMGs, so in PvP, I would recommend going for other weapons. If I remember correctly, we're still in an auto rifle meta with Summoner and that one from Prophecy Dungeon that I forget the name of. Overall, the Recluse is an excellent return to form for this iconic weapon. It has great perks, except hipfire grip, and blows away the competition in PvE. It's solid in PvP, there's better. To use a star rating, I'd give it 5 out of 5 stars in PvE and 3 stars in PvP. So overall, 4.5 stars. Highly recommend getting a roll of this weapon as it can be enhanced when final shape drops, which will just make it even better. All the brave weapons can be enhanced. In the next video on this series, I covered the Succession Sniper Rifle. It's got a very spicy perk that I wasn't expecting to be good. Stay tuned for that one. Thank you all for watching. Bladeburger, out.